Not even a week after its release, ChatGPT has over 1 million users. So I asked ChatGPT, if I were to make a video about it, what should that video include? ChatGPT gave me a bullet point list, so we're going to go through that.
An overview of my background and training, including how I was created and what data I was trained on.
ChatGPT is built on the GPT-3 deep learning model, created by OpenAI, an organization co-founded by, most notably, Elon Musk, amongst others. It uses machine learning algorithms to analyze and understand the meaning of text inputs, and then generate responses based on that input. As far as we know, it's trained on a massive library of data from across the internet. There are some who speculate that this could even be an early iteration of GPT-4, or maybe GPT 3.5? There's a lot of speculation, but not a lot of concrete evidence. So what can ChatGPT actually do?
Examples of my ability to generate human-like text, like answering questions.
ChatGPT can answer natural language input, like, what is the capital of France? Or, what is the Great Barrier Reef? Pretty much anything. It can continue a sentence, like, the sky is blue because... and ChatGPT will give an appropriate response. Now, of course, people are finding all sorts of issues with this. For example, one user found that it failed the kilo of feathers versus kilo of bricks problem. It thought, based on what it had learned before, that a kilo of bricks would be heavier than a kilo of feathers. Pretty understandable. I mean, lots of humans make the same error.
But the size of that's cheating.
No, they're the same weight.
It's a kilogram.
But steel's heavier than feathers.
ChatGPT even says about itself that it's important to remain critical. The whole point of this public demo is that we can train the AI ourselves. It can even explain a complex problem like differential privacy like a 1940s wise guy.
It's like a high-stakes game of poker, see? You're trying to gather information, but you don't want to show your hand. Differential privacy is the ace up your sleeve that lets you stay in the game without giving away the goods.
Pretty cool. How about rewriting Bohemian Rhapsody to reflect the life of a stressed postdoctoral student? Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Trapped in a lab? No escape from academy? People are having lots of fun all over the internet seeing what the AI can do. Some of it quite advanced, and some of it just flat out wrong. It can write plays, short stories, 5-paragraph middle school essays, and to be honest, even the AI's creators don't know all of the applications that it can be used for. It's trained on such a massive library of text inputs that you can't possibly know everything that you're feeding it. The only real way to fix that problem is for humans to use it and to train it with their own knowledge. So those are all fun and quirky things that it can do, but what can it really do? ChatGPT told me,
demonstrations of my ability to assist users with a variety of tasks, such as generating content, translating text, and summarizing articles.
One user on Twitter created a whole weight loss plan, complete with calorie targets, meal plans, a grocery list, and a workout plan. Another user's girlfriend's 11-year-old brother, hope I said that right, figured out that you could make an entire old-school text-based adventure. GPT can give the user 4 different options and you can choose from them and play a game with it. The researchers at OpenAI said that they actually didn't know that was possible. In addition to all that, a bit like GitHub Copilot, it can even create usable chunks of code like from Python and HTML. Some computer science students have been using it to help them with their work, and apparently it's been quite useful. Of course it's not always perfect, but a lot of people are quite impressed with it. But wait, there's more. How about writing an article on the ultimate first world problem? There's a lot of use cases, and every day people are finding more and more ways to use the AI. Now that's all well and good, but how are the algorithms actually trained?
Explanations of the technologies and techniques that I use, such as natural language processing and machine learning, and how they enable me to understand and generate text.
Well, OpenAI uses something called reinforcement learning from human feedback. What that means is human researchers will prompt the AI, and then they will rank them in order of what they feel is the best response. The AI receives rewards when it gives a better response. After that, it uses something called proximal policy optimization. That means that it will take the heuristics and methods learned from the human trainers, and it will try to extrapolate them to future questions to get future rewards. So for example, if the trainers ask the AI, "Why don't humans lay eggs?" the researchers will give the most rewards when the AI says humans can't lay eggs because they are mammals, and mammals don't lay eggs. So after this training and response feedback from the human trainers, if you went to the AI and asked the question, "Why don't dogs or cats lay eggs?" then it will use what it has learned to extrapolate that dogs and cats are mammals, and so they don't lay eggs. But this is a difficult problem, right? Because there are so many exceptions to lots of different topics. For example, the platypus is a mammal, and yet it lays eggs. So how could you possibly take 10 or 50 or 100 researchers and train everything that this AI needs to know? Well, we're starting to see why they would release this to the public for free. Users can use the AI for whatever they want, and they will provide feedback in the process. If the AI gives a response that's incorrect or something else is wrong, then the users can report that. And what this does is it gives OpenAI a complete and massive data library from which they can train the AI further. And with this, you can see how, with more data, the AIs can then iterate on themselves, using the same heuristics and reward mechanisms learned during the training stage. Alright, last but not least, the final topic suggested by GPT.
Insights into the potential future of AI and the role that AI and other language models could play in advancing the field.
When I asked ChatGPT what the future of AI is, it mostly just talks about improving its own features, like improving language modeling and understanding. That kinda goes without saying, but going a bit further, it's easy to see how this could be the beginning of the basis for AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence. Obviously, we're nowhere near that point, and neither is ChatGPT, but it's an interesting step on the way. Imaginations in sci-fi media are starting to become increasingly reality. Think Data from Star Trek, or the movie Her. It's also worth noting that this is built on GPT-3, but GPT-4 is supposedly coming out next year. According to rumors, it's several times more powerful than GPT-3, so we could already be working with a far more advanced Chat GPT sometime next year. The more powerful AIs of the future will be able to integrate with other AIs to form the basis of more advanced machines. For example, maybe a language model like Chat GPT could come up with ideas and then input them automatically into an image gen AI, like Midjourney. Just a few weeks ago, Meta actually released the results from its AI Cicero. Cicero takes language models and couples them with strategy to play the game Diplomacy with other human players. The AI ranked in the top 10% of players at playing the game, and over 44 trial games with over 100 different players, no one seemed to suss out that Cicero was an AI. That's pretty incredible. It can both play the game and act like it's not an AI, and nobody notices. But how about the dystopian vision? The year is 2030. We wear AR glasses with stable diffusion that recreates our spouse to be hotter, and ChatGPT rephrases all of our verbal communication so we sound smarter. Every sensory stimuli is re-rendered by AI before it reaches our brain, and nothing is real anymore. Wow, very spooky. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe and get more AI videos in the future.